Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to a new episode of When You're Delusional, You're Gonna Be on TikTok. I do hope you're gonna enjoy the video, so let's just get into it.
This is something that women do not want to hear, but most men will totally agree with. When a man goes to his woman to tell her that he is losing physical attraction, maybe because she's gained weight or has cut her hair or doesn't wear makeup or nice clothing anymore, the majority of the time she positions that issue as a him problem.
First of all, if you're going to tell your wife that you're losing physical attraction to her but haven't asked how her day was in 3 years, then you already have a problem. And let's be clear, she's not saying that it's necessarily your fault. She's saying, how dare you criticize her when you don't give her any opportunity to prioritize herself. She can't take care of her. She's always taking care of you. And this woman specifically mentions women who stop wearing makeup, doing their hair, or wearing nice clothes. But when do you expect her to put makeup on when the kids have to get ready for school, the dogs have to go outside, and the husband lost his briefcase for the third time this week? She doesn't do her hair because most women don't have time to go to the salon, and a messy bun just seems more practical when you have to clean toilets and do laundry. She doesn't wear nice clothes because an evening gown just gets in the way when you're vacuuming, and let's be honest, it's a lot more expensive to dry clean when you need to get the spit up out. And you want to talk about her weight, but are you really going to pick apart her eating habits when the last time she had an uninterrupted meal was a half-eaten bag of fruit snacks in the pickup line at the middle school? I mean, it's kind of ironic, because you want to see the woman you married, but don't do any of the stuff you did before you married her. You want to see her get all fancy, but don't give her any time to get ready or a reason to get all dressed up. You think she likes not having a moment to herself? Because she doesn't. And do you know how selfish you have to be to look at your rundown wife and worry about her appearance instead of her heart? Think about that, because her body may be temporary, but your attitude's forever.
I'm only guessing here, but seeing how bitter you are, you never had a man who was willing to put on with you for more than 5 minutes. Everything you say, everything you do, everything you're responding to is a man's fault. What if he did everything right and she was just the queen of the couch? It happens, you know. Every situation is different. Every relationship is different. You're not even willing to consider something like that. It's just easier to put the blame on him and him alone. I would love to watch you try to justify the actions from this next video.
Well, here we have it. I went on vacation and didn't miss my husband, so I divorced him. Yeah, you read that right. Let's dig into this, guys. So, 40-year-old woman celebrates her 40th birthday on, you guessed it, a girls' trip, as you can tell in the picture. Now, a lot of us have been talking about these girls' trips, these girls' nights, and you go with your single friends, your single ladies. All of a sudden, you come back. You either cheated on the man, you had some crazy revelations that you want to divorce him, leave him, what have you. Now, she has 4 children. So any of these decisions that she makes to leave him, it doesn't just directly affect her. It affects him and the 4 kids, right? So this is what's crazy. So last May, she decides to go on this quote unquote girls trip. She comes back saying that she had so much fun on this so-called trip, you know, partying, drinking, whatever on the beach, that she realized while she was there that she missed her kids, but she didn't miss him. That's all. You know, she realized she didn't miss him. So she realized, you know what? When I get back home, I'm just going to end it. I don't feel any excitement going back home to him. I only just miss my kids. This is what we're talking about, guys. This is exactly what we talk about on these lives and on all these posts. Why do we think 80% of divorces are initiated by women? Here is one of them. Let me not forget to mention this. So she went on that trip in May. By July, she already had a new boyfriend. So what does that tell you guys? Come on. Make it make sense.
It's not that complicated. She only cares about herself. She never did care about anyone else. That's why she doesn't even care about her kids, as long as her happiness comes first. She met someone on that vacation. She was cheating on her husband with that someone. She divorced her husband and now they're together. Time away from each other is important. You go out with your friends sometimes. She goes out with her friends sometimes. But as far as I'm concerned, single girls go on single girls trip and families go on families trip. And I'm willing to bet everything you ask the first man hater, she would still find ways to make this his fault.
I hear about a lot of guys telling girls that they like girls natural, to not dress up, not do your lashes, all that stuff. That's all good. But number one, you shouldn't listen to what a man's preference is. If he met you the way you are, he should like you the way you are. And number two, they don't know what natural is. Their deception or perception of natural is a deception. Their form of natural is what I am like right now, and that is very much not natural. I don't have any surgery, but it's makeup, it's eyelashes, it's stuff. So you do you. They're just trying to make you a little grey mouse when we all know that you are a bird of paradise, baby. Keep being that, because that's what he liked in the first place. Don't let him trick you.
Alright, how do you look like the entire cast from Braveheart and you're trying to tell men that we don't know what natural is? The first split second I saw you, I knew you look like Bozo the Clown. It's not that hard, especially since I've seen you in different videos and now I know for sure you put on a lot of makeup just for the sake of this video. Don't listen to his preferences? Okay, but why? Is it because his preferences are wrong? Or is it that you're the only one who matters in that relationship? Oh, but where did all the good men go? Well, they stood in front of you, but you chose to not listen to their preferences.
Marry the man that wants to be a husband, not the man that wants a wife.
Let me explain.
There's a difference between a man who wants to be a husband and a man who wants a wife. Men, if the shoe does not fit, don't put it on yourself. That's all I'm gonna say. Because you guys seem to get offended about videos that aren't about you. But anyways, there is a very big difference between a man who wants a wife and a man who wants to be a husband. A man who wants to be a husband wants to be a provider. They're fully ready to take on the responsibility of what a marriage actually takes. A lifelong commitment. They have decided, yep, this is my person that I want to be with forever. I will do anything in my power to protect this person. I will provide for this person. I will do anything necessary to make this work. But there's a very big difference between that man and the man who wants someone that's going to cook and clean for him. And I think that it's not men's fault. I don't think that they necessarily know when they're ready or not, because like everyone doesn't really know if they're ready or not. But at the same time, these are the things that you should be looking at when you're looking for a partner for life. Is what kind of things do they have to offer me, and what kind of things can I offer them? And do they mesh well? Can he take care of you emotionally? How does he communicate with you? Does he truly do everything in his power to make something work, or does he kind of push things aside? Very big things to look at.
I'm sorry, but I stopped listening to you after you said I don't even know when I'm ready or not. Even though you said it's not even my fault and I could have go with that, but whose fault is it? I just find it funny you talk with so much confidence about things you don't know anything about. You're talking to men and you're telling us what we like, what we don't like, when we're ready, when we're not ready. Like you know better than us about the life that we live. You just can't make this up.
If you're having a bad day, watch this video. So one of the last things that my ex insulted me with was that I'm a basic, boring, ugly bitch because I don't pop pills with him.
The audacity of that man to call you boring. How dare he? Boring? Never.
Get ready with me.
I will not. Boring? Nah, never. Nah, let me change this back to the first picture. Anyway, this is gonna be it for today. As always, I do hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe and I will see you in the next one.